Swept off her feet, unraveling the romance of English idioms. Hello, and welcome back to our channel, where we dive into the fascinating world of English language learning. Today, we're exploring a phrase that's as enchanting as it is popular in romantic contexts, swept off her feet. Whether you've come across it in novels, movies, or everyday conversations, understanding this idiom can add a charming layer to your English comprehension. So, let's get started and unravel the magic behind these words. The phrase, swept off her feet, is a vivid idiom that paints a picture of an overwhelming emotional experience, usually in a romantic setting. When someone says they were swept off their feet, they're often describing a moment of sudden infatuation or falling in love in such a compelling way that it felt as if their feet were literally lifted from the ground. This expression conveys a sense of surprise, enchantment, and being utterly captivated by someone else's charm, actions, or presence. Interestingly, the idiom borrows from the physical act of sweeping something away with force or speed. Just as a powerful gust of wind can lift leaves off the ground, being swept off your feet suggests an overwhelming force of emotion that takes you by surprise and carries you away. Historically, this phrase has roots in chivalric imagery, where a knight's sudden arrival might literally lift a damsel off her feet, either through a heroic deed or by sweeping her onto his horse. Today, it's used more figuratively to describe the exhilarating feeling of falling in love quickly and intensely. To better understand how to use this idiom, let's look at a few examples. When she met Jordan, she was immediately swept off her feet by his kindness and humor. The proposal was so romantic and unexpected that I was completely swept off my feet. He planned a surprise vacation for their anniversary, aiming to sweep her off her feet once again. Notice how the phrase can be used to describe both the initial act of falling in love and actions taken to reignite those powerful feelings of love and admiration. It's worth noting that swept off her feet can be slightly altered to fit different subjects and tenses, such as sweep her off her feet for planning or intending actions, or swept off his feet to describe a man experiencing this overwhelming emotion. Regardless of the variation, the core meaning remains centered around a powerful, emotional experience that feels as though it lifts you off the ground. Understanding idioms like swept off her feet not only enriches your English vocabulary but also opens a window into the cultural nuances that make language learning so rewarding. This idiom, with its romantic connotations and vivid imagery, is a beautiful example of how English can capture the profound and exhilarating experience of falling in love. We hope this exploration has lifted your spirits and perhaps even your feet off the ground, in the metaphorical sense, of course. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to bringing you more insights into the charming world of English idioms.